Good morning, year five. How are you all? Hope you're doing well. So, in our science lesson, we were discussing about reversible and irreversible changes. Today, we will see that we our learning objective is to identify and explain irreversible chemical changes. So, we will today identify that irreversible changes are chemical changes, and you will be able to explain why irreversible changes, what are irreversible changes, and how is it a chemical change, and you will be able to describe that in a chemical irreversible change a new material is formed. So in the last class, as we all know, we have discussed reversible change does not result in a new substance, so it is also known as a physical change. Okay, why it is a physical change? Because a no new substance is formed. You can reverse it back, like melting and freezing is a physical change because it just changes the state of matter. So, and whereas an irreversible change is known as a chemical change. In a chemical change, in an irreversible change, it results something new is formed. It results in the formation of a new substance. So that is a chemical change. So, melting, freezing, evaporation, condensation, dissolving, these are all examples of physical changes. Okay, because they are reversible and no new substances formed. These physical changes are no new substance are created and they can be reversed back to their. Whereas in a irreversible chemical change, the causes an irreversible chemical change to occur. For example, the cooked egg cannot be cooled and turned back into raw egg. It is a chemical change because a new product has been formed and which cannot be reversed. You cannot cool and get back the raw egg again. So it is a chemical irreversible change. The chemical changes involve reactants and products. So the reactants are the materials that you start off with before the chemical change happen, and products are the materials that are formed in the chemical change. For example, in this case, raw egg is the reactant and the product is the cooked egg. And what has caused this change? This change is caused by heat. Okay, what caused the chemical change? Heat has caused the chemical change. When you cook, it turns into solid. So this is an example of a chemical change. Now, in this lesson, we will see today some of the irreversible chemical change. You don't have to try it out, students. You just have to watch the video that I have put here and watch it carefully, observe it carefully, and then at the end you will write what is your observation. Please don't try it out. I don't want you to try out these. You can watch the video and you can see. If we were in school, we would have tried it out. So here I have also put the link here. You will see in this video what happens when milk is mixed with vinegar. Okay, do you think it is a chemical change? Do you think you can revert back? Can we get the milk and the vinegar? Can we separate them? Or do you think a new substance is formed? Is this a chemical change? So all these questions in your mind will come in your mind when I say when we are mixing milk and vinegar. So watch this video here on the slide 9 carefully, and you will get an answer to all these things. Next, another chemical change that we are going to see today here is mixing of bicarbonate of soda and vinegar. Bicarbonate of soda is the baking soda that we use in baking. So you take a baking soda in a balloon and then vinegar in a bottle and then pour over it, and then we'll see in this video what happens when baking soda is mixed with vinegar. Is it a chemical change? uh, is there any new substance formed, and can you separate back, can you get back baking powder and the vinegar back? All these questions you will have in your mind. So you watch this video, and then in your copybook I want you to write what did you observe. So after the learning objective, this is the slide that you're going to do in your copybook. Okay, what do you observe? Describe what have you seen in your words and diagram. So you draw the diagram. This is the dry, you can draw milk, vinegar, and then mixed how it looks. When you see the video, you will know it. And then you can draw the diagram of what you saw in this video. Okay, what will happen to the balloon? Now, if I have bicarbonate of soda here and we pour it over the vinegar, what happens to this balloon? You will get to know. It's very exciting. You'll see here in this video. So in you will write what you observe, what you saw in both the videos in your copybook. Draw the diagram and describe in your own words. So if you go to the slideshow, you may be able to see I have described here what happens as you mix bicarbonate of soda, but you can check later, but try to write it first on your own and then you can check to see how you have to describe it. And then you write what other VAs and the ACPs have we used. I hope it's clear now. So we are only writing the learning objective. After the learning objective, you are going to watch the two videos and you are going to write and describe what you saw, what you observed, and draw the diagram. And then write what VAs and ACPs have you used, and you can upload your work in the class dojo. That's it for today's lesson. Have a nice day. Bye bye.